Well, it's been definitely a long time, hasn't it, since I last did a video. For those of you who have been subscribed for a while will know that I've took quite a long break, and welcome to any new subscribers. Where do we start? I want to keep this video quite short and sweet. I don't want to be blabbering on for ages, so I'll just try to cut all the big bits out, and I will make separate videos at some point about the individual reasons that I wish to discuss why I decided to take a break from YouTube for a while and different things that have been going on in my life. So for those of you who aren't already aware, I am currently pregnant again. Yes, and I'm actually 1 day away from being due. When this video is put up, it could potentially, I could have already had the baby, or I'll be probably past my due date. But while I was recording this, I am 39 plus 6 weeks pregnant, and I had a lot of things that went on in my life during the pregnancy, especially up until sort of 20-ish to 23 weeks. So I didn't feel like doing pregnancy updates. There was a lot of stressful things going on in my life, and I'd had a couple of diagnoses. If I said that right, probably said it wrong. Oh well. That basically they knocked me off, and it was a shock to the system. So I just did not feel like uploading any videos in regards to my pregnancy, because I was trying to get my head around a new diagnosis that I'd had. Because as you know, was it a year or two ago I got diagnosed with EUPD. Well, this year I had a new diagnosis. Sorry, I keep getting acid. One of the finer things in pregnancy. Yeah, I got diagnosed with EUPD a while back, but then this year I found out that I actually also have Wilson's disease, which I will upload a separate video at some point on that, rather than going into detail on this video. But it was quite a shock to the system, because it can be quite a serious disease if it goes untreated, especially for a number of years. And obviously me being nearly 28 years old, it explains a lot to do with a lot of things that have been going wrong with my body and illnesses that I've had. So I'll talk about that in a different video, and I'll give you a quick update. May as well give you a quick update, which will probably be my last and only pregnancy update. The pregnancy's been quite fine. There hasn't been any major issues or problems as such. We had one issue, which was at about 28 weeks. The blood flow to the cord was quite poor. It wasn't bad enough for me to need to be rushed in and be induced or anything, but they were concerned. But luckily, I think it was by 34 weeks, it did actually correct itself, and it got a lot better. And then baby started having like a massive growth spurt, because they were growing sort of below the line before. So that's really good. Got no issues now. And we don't know the sex. We're keeping it a surprise, because I already have one girl and one boy. So I've decided for this pregnancy, I'm going to keep this a surprise, because I don't mind either way what they are. I'm not having any more children now, so it'd just be nice to have that one thing to look forward to when they're born, because it's not just the fact of them being born and you've got a new baby, it's that thrill of finding out what they are at the same time. I did put in for a home birth. I really, really wanted a home birth this time, but sadly that didn't happen. It nearly did. And then my consultant said, because I've got this EDS, you're at a lot higher risk of hemorrhaging. And because I did actually hemorrhage with my firstborn, she said when I had my second Kobe, I was actually given an injection in my thigh just after I had given birth to him, which stopped me from hemorrhaging, and then I was given, and that was like an anti-clotting drug, no, a clotting drug, sorry, oh, baby brain. And then I was given an anti-clotting drug that I took for 11 days after that to reverse the effect. So the initial one I was given that I can't remember having would have stopped me from initially hemorrhaging just after I gave birth, and then I had to have the anti-clotting ones to then stop me developing, a life-threatening blood clot after. So yeah, so basically I've got to have that injection again just after I've given birth, and they can't give it at home birth, so I've got to deliver on the ward. Hopefully I'll be transferred down to the birthing centre after I've given birth to the baby, because you get your own private room and it's nice and quiet, and you get that bonding time with your new baby, which was nice with Kobe. It was just a shame that his dad couldn't stay with me, because he had to obviously have Blossom at home, because we couldn't find anyone to have her overnight and to take school the next day. But we'll see if we can get somebody to, well, she'll be at dad's this time, and if we can get somebody to possibly have Kobe overnight, he might actually be able to stay with me this time. But it depends if they put me on the ward, or, because you never know how labour's going to go. But I've reached 39 plus 6 and there's been absolutely no signs of labour so far. I am in a severe amount of pain in relation to my SPD and my ADS. My hips keep dislocating at night when I'm walking. My pelvis and pubic bone area is crunching in the bottom of my back, because as some of you know, I've also got a spinal condition. So I'm actually currently on heavy pain medication for that, and because of this pain medication, that's another reason why I can't have a home birth, because they have to make sure that baby's okay when they're born, because with this pain medication it can sometimes delay the breathing. So when they're initially first born, and when they take that first gasp and then they start crying, well, sometimes because this can make them sleepy, they can not realise that they need to take that first breath. So sometimes they need a little extra support just to encourage them to take that breath. So, they're not going to die or anything, but they just sometimes need that bit of encouragement, which they prefer them to be in a hospital environment for that. I also am sorry if I keep having this glare on my glasses. I had new lenses put in about 3 months ago, and unfortunately at that moment in time I didn't have the funds to have the anti-glare put on again. So even though it's not bothering me, when I do things like videos you can see the glare, so I do apologise about that. I'm trying to keep my head down so it's not bouncing off as much. So yeah, if I don't go into labour naturally by this coming Tuesday, so in 4 days I think, or 5 days, then the midwife's going to give me a sweep. Now the sweep worked perfectly last time for Kobe. My contractions started straight away, so hopefully it'll be the same this time. So we'll just see. I'm not sleeping very well at night at the minute because I'm getting heartburn so severe. Even the heartburn medication isn't working very well. I take this peptic liquid stuff, and it was working, but it's not anymore. So I am absolutely living off ice pops, and that is also a craving at the minute. I can eat about 12 ice pops a day, or ice lollies, and they're not the small ones either. They're like the pack of 8 from Sainsbury's that are £1, but they're like this big, like that, and like that big. So they're not like little rubbish ones, and they actually taste really nice. And another craving that I had was like cream cakes and anything sweet, but I seem to have lost my appetite a little bit now. I don't know if it's because baby's grown so big and squashing my tummy that I just don't have much of an appetite. So I can only sort of eat little and often. I don't feel like eating anything big. But my ice pops, I could, if given half the chance, I could eat more than 20 a day. But I'm trying to restrict myself a little bit because, you know, it's costs a lot of money when you're eating so many a day. Symptoms wise, so I've told you about the pain and the acid. I'm getting like up in my tummy, at the top of my tummy, under like where my chest is, on the top of my tummy, I'm getting like this ripping feeling. So I don't know whether that's because my muscles are separating more, because I actually suffer from diastasis, and even after I had my son, it never repaired itself or went back, and it stayed at like 8 centimetres. So I've got to actually have surgery for that next year to repair it, because all the exercises I've tried haven't worked. And I don't know whether it's because my tube grip no longer fits my tummy because I'm so big to hold everything together. I think I don't know whether it's like separating and more, and that's what's giving me the pain of this ripping feeling. But obviously that should go away once baby's born. They're so active. They're like moving all the time. There's not, by the way, if you can hear some background noise of people talking, that's outside, because I've got the phone in the window for the natural light. So I do apologise about that. But yeah, I don't think I go more than half an hour without feeling baby move. This has definitely been the most active baby I've had out of all my other pregnancies. And they're doing well. They're measuring quite large. When I last got measured, they were measuring at £8 10 ounce. That was at 39 plus 4. So it seems like yet again I'm going to have another large baby. But my body just likes to grow babies big. I can't moan, because I can only presume that's a good thing, that my body's doing a very good job at growing, obviously, the baby. So there's not much else to say. As I said, I don't want this video to drag on. I might show you a quick bump shot in a minute, and then I will piece together some videos. I'm going to do a few more, start doing the beauty videos again, because I've started practicing more with makeup. I've not done a brilliant job today. I was trying to rush because, but as you can see, I have made a little bit of an effort. But my nan was dropping me off at nursery with Kobe today, so I didn't have to walk down because I have to use crutches. So I was in a bit of a rush to try and do it today, but it's not the worst, it's not the best. But I'll be putting videos up. Oh, I'll be doing like an AliExpress haul and possibly a Wish haul at some point, but obviously it takes a while for things to come, so I've got to wait for everything to come, and then when it comes I'll do a video on that, and then obviously I'll do some separate videos on what's been going on in my life and illnesses. And then I will do, if I can, I'll try and do a birth vlog, but last time the midwife didn't really allow any filming. It all depends on the midwife at the hospital and if somebody will decide to film for me, because you know, when you're in that amount of pain, you don't really usually want to go, oh yeah, I'm just gonna film myself. You know, you do at the start, but when you get further in the labour, you're like, couldn't give a crap about anything or anyone. You're like, I don't care, just get this baby out of me. So I will try. I can't promise, but I'll try. But I'll show you all the baby when they're born either way. And yeah, so just play by ear, and I will see you when I see you, and I will start uploading more regular again, and everything will be explained in due course. So I'll say, oh, bump shot. I'll show you. If I can get up. So this is the bump, as you can see. If I try to lift this up, there we go. It isn't actually showing as big. They're quite out at the front this time. just started to get in my line here because I didn't have one all the pregnancy. I've got no new stretch marks. Any that I have got are silver old ones, so I've been quite lucky this time to have no new ones arise. But yeah, that's about it for this video, and I will see you on my next update. Bye.